So, yesterday, Disney confirmed where the location of the Monstropolis land coming to Hollywood Studios is going. So let's go talk about it and get right into it and all the details right now. We're out on this beautiful drizzly morning here, Southern California, finally getting less than some rain. It's cold outside. I'll be at Universal tomorrow for some big updates. But right now we're going to talk about Disneyland, or no, Walt Disney World, Hollywood Studios to be specific. So, at D23, Disney announced that a Monstropolis land based on Monsters, Inc. will be coming to Hollywood Studios with the door coaster and the Husson's restaurants and more, and a new show potentially. And they showed two pieces of concept art, one for Monsters Inc. or MuppetVision Courtyard, or the Muppets Courtyard, and another for Animation Courtyard. Well, Disney has made their decision, and it looks like the MuppetVision Courtyard and Muppets Courtyard is going to be demolished, or not demolished, but rethemed to Monsters Inc., and then the door coaster will go out into an expansion pad in the parking lot. This decision was met with, obviously, lots of sadness and criticism by fans who are big fans of the Muppets franchise. A lot of people are saying, Hollywood Studios has all those parking lots. Why not expand into the parking lots, like refurb the MuppetVision Courtyard, and then expand into put Monsters Inc. land into the parking lots with, room for expansion for even more. Honestly, I'm in that same boat. I never actually really saw MuppetVision or been to MuppetVision Courtyard there. The Muppets Courtyard. I'm not sure what the land is exactly called, but I'm all for Walt Disney World expansion, like pure expansion. I know some areas of the park need help for sure, and they can refurb those. They can, enhance those. They can keep the Muppets, refurb them all, and maybe add in, refurb the show, upgrade the show to modern technology and such. But Disney is taking the cheaper way, which kind of not demolishing, but getting rid of all the animatronics of the show, replacing the show with potentially the Monsters Inc. laugh floor or something different, and building the brand new door coaster, which still looks awesome. I cannot wait to ride that. Disney's first ever suspended coaster. It looks absolutely sick. Should be fantastic in that area, in the new Monstropolis area. This area will have meet and greets, and of course the Husson's restaurant from the movie, where Mike goes to take his girlfriend out on a date. But yeah, it's unfortunate because it makes this kind of area kind of landlocked, unless they put like some sort of a gate or something to kind of expand to the parking lots. But Walt Disney World is so huge, and Hollywood Studios is so small. They have maybe 6 actual rides there. Like Universal Studios Hollywood has more rides than Hollywood Studios, actual attractions, which is crazy, because they're both pretty small parks. But while the Universal Studios is expanding mostly, not replacing anything, obviously with some buildings are just getting so old, they're replacing some of those, and Simpsons is going to be replaced. But for the most part, they're expanding into little hillsides. Yeah, it's weird that Hollywood Studios and Disney World in general keeps replacing and not retheming or replacing and not really actually expanding into new areas or expansion paths in the park. I still think one day they need to demolish those parking lots, build a parking structure, or even do kind of like what the Magic Kingdom does with the TTC. They can use all those parking lots for Hollywood Studios expansion and build a new parking structure, make a new transportation center somewhere else, and have people park and take the Skyliner or walk or take a bus to Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Unfortunately, with this leadership currently in place, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It still could and probably will happen eventually in the future. All the parking lots will be developed, but we're continuing to lose classics in the meantime. But I do think with this current administration or current leadership here, we do have a good compromise, and a compromise addresses 2 problems. It kills 2 birds with 1 stone. MuppetVision Courtyard is kind of dated, and has low ridership, low attendance there. But Rock and Roller Coaster is also a dated coaster. It is coming up at the end of its service life, and lots of rumors of it retheme were going around. Also, Aerosmith Steven Tyler is having some troubles right now legally, and with some, claims and a whole bunch of crazy stuff, crazy drama. So Aerosmith having that name attached to the coaster is kind of awkward. And so it's just Rock and Roller Coaster's having a whole bunch of problems with everything besides the actual coaster itself, which is a good coaster. It's just, coasters come up to the end of their service life, and like the Incredible Hulk at Islands of Adventure, they either get refurbed or demolished. But luckily for Rock and Roller Coaster fans and for Hollywood studios, honestly, because they can't lose probably their only high thrill coaster of the very small rides. They can't lose a thrilling roller coaster, in my opinion, because they have a family one with Toy Story, and they have the thrilling one with Rock and Roller Coaster. It's going to be themed to Muppets, which is cool. The Muppets will have some nice representation in the park, and this is where I have hope, because next to the Rock and Roller Coaster is the current Lightning McQueen show, which is now closed, and is going to be reopened with a villain show starting next summer in 2025. That villain show, I think, is a test to see the appetite for Villain's Land and kind of give me like a tease for Villain Land, like a holdover until Villain's Land is actually constructed. But I don't think that's going to last forever. I think no matter what happens, that after the Villain's Land opens, again, just like Moana, don't have two like Moanas in like separate parks. You should have everything contained in the same park. So I feel like that villain show will probably close in 2030 or so when the Villain's Land opens, and then maybe, just maybe, MuppetVision can come back in a new way, a new highly technological new way, into the Sunset Showcase Theater right next to the Muppets coaster, Muppets Rock and Roller Coaster, and to basically move Muppets Courtyard from one side of the park to the other side of the park in phases over the next several years. That part is not confirmed. It's just my hope and speculation, because it makes sense, right? Because you have a little theater right there. You have a Muppets roller coaster, a theater. Like, why? People love the Muppets. They even said they're gonna find ways to preserve the film for the future and stuff like that, and fans can have those experiences in the future. So I think that they're even teasing that some sort of Muppets Miniland will move its way over to the Rock and Roller Coaster area. What that means for Tower of Terror? Hopefully nothing. I don't think it'll mean anything. If that whole area becomes Muppets, Tower of Terror will just be its own thing. But yeah, I think it could be an overall potential positive if they do that. But I'm choosing to stay optimistic. Rock and Roller Coaster itself, by the way, of course, is going to become Muppets. I've been hearing in the past few weeks that the pre-show hasn't even been on. They're just letting people through, so it's kind of on its way out, at least in its current form. I do hope, though, it gets retracked. I think this is an excuse, and that's why they're doing it, to really overhaul the coaster, because again, it's coming up to the end of its service life, so they probably probably going to retrack it, make it a nice smooth experience, and then reopen it with that new Muppets theme. But it's not. I don't think it's Muppets music. I think Muppets. The script was kind of confusing. It was like Muppets are gonna go hang out with celebrities or something. Not really sure what's going on there. I guess we'll get more details next year. I assume this Rock and Roller Coaster will close next year, and then the Muppets coaster will open in 2026 most likely. Which it makes sense, because next year we have a lot of things starting construction at Walt Disney World. Then 2026 we have at least some things opening. 2025, of course, we have Test Track opening, but 2026 we'll have the Rock and Roller Coaster opening, Thunder Mountain's coming back from another year-long refurb, which some parts of that are getting retracked, and I believe something else too, I forgot. But 2026 will be a nice year of reopenings for Walt Disney World. So let me know your thoughts on this news below. Are you sad? I know some people were convinced. They're going back and forth for a while, from what I've heard, that about the Animation Courtyard location and the Muppets area. But they chose the Muppets location because I know they have some very important offices back there at the Animation Courtyard. And that's where kind of WDI is. I think that's actually where this project's offices are going to be. This project team will be located in those offices behind the Animation Courtyard to destroy the Muppets. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to help support the channel, become a member. Plenty of members only videos. I just went to the LA Zoo with my fiance, so if you want to see that, a cool experience, so a cool bird show and a cool lots of great animals, become a tier 2 Wizard and Training member or above for members only videos, but everyone can get access to members only chats in the live streams, as well as early access videos and posts and more. I'll have a big rumor post for Universal Hollywood coming out on the members section probably today or tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And as always, have a fantastic day.